Ooni of Ife, a king torn between tradition, culture, and love, the Queen Naomi Saga. The love story between Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi has always been one for the ages. And like I keep telling people, we will never see the end to this their love conundrum, okay, even in the face of tradition, culture, and love, okay. So the love story between these two people, has always been there, like I said. I mean, it's a blend of passion, spirituality, and cultural complexity that has captured the hearts, and imaginations of millions and millions of a lot of people all over the world, not just Nigerians. Don't forget that the story of Queen Naomi and Ooni of Ife trajectory is followed all over the world. Okay, in case you don't know, yes, our dear Queen Naomi is a very very popular figure. And she has followers from everywhere from every part of the world, from Brazil to Costa Rica, to even China, and a lot of African countries, So, so from the day their union was solemnized, okay, their law faced the challenge of uniting two opposing worlds. You heard me well, okay? Queen Naomi, a devout prophetess, and Ooni of Ife, a staunch Orisha traditionalist and custodian of the Yoruba culture. Don't forget our dear Ooni of Ife, is the spiritual father of the entire Yoruba race, okay? So that should tell you a lot about the kind of person he is. And they are known to be worshippers of the Orisha. Okay, so that is why the issue of the opposite worlds, is being mentioned right here. Okay, so why their marriage symbolized unity, it also became a battlefield where tradition, culture, and religion, clashed in dramatic fashion. And even as I speak to you now, it's not like it has abated. It is still what the situation is, even as at this minute that I'm doing this video. Okay. So many warned against their union from the very start. I have always said this before. Even the dad that just came out recently said he raises, objections, at the beginning, knowing the two opposite worlds that they are coming from, citing the stark realities or differences in their belief system. Okay, Queen Naomi, known for her fiery spiritual devotion, was seen as an unusual fit for Ooni of Ife, who is deeply rooted in traditional lifestyle. Yes, that's who he is. Okay, so despite the skepticism, okay, despite the doubts, of a lot of people, their love prevailed. Okay, and even with the myriads of challenges that we talk about every day, I want to say that their love is still prevailing right to this very moment. Okay, so behind the grandeur of the palace walls, whispers of discord, continue to grow louder, as the pressure of blending their spiritual and cultural values became apparent. Okay, like don't forget that I said even from the very beginning that she entered the palace, the difference in their spirituality and cultural values, has always been there and is still there up to today. Things came to a head when Queen Naomi shocked the world, or the nation, by announcing her separation from the Union of Ife in that public statement, on Instagram the last time. Yes, you remember that? Is it famous or infamous now, whatever you want to call it? That Instagram announcement, yeah, she kind of said, "Look, I'm not having this anymore." So leaving behind the palace, she described the marriage at that time that, it was marred by challenges and lack of harmony. Okay, that was what she said at that time. So her departure, obviously sent shock waves, throughout Ileife and even beyond, leaving the Yoruba people divided over whether tradition and love could coexist in the royal household. Because that is what all this is all about. This is what all this is all about. I tell you. Okay? So yeah, through all this, one thing remained constant. Ooni of Ife's unwavering love for Queen Naomi has remained constant, extremely constant, like we have always reported. So despite her departure, okay, the Ooni reportedly intervened during a turbulent during turbulent occasions, for most times when there are challenges, that needs the intervention of our dear KBC, he has always, been there for Queen Naomi. And that is because of the special bond and love that both of them share. Don't forget that even before, while she was preparing for this uh, when she was preparing for this children fun fair, don't forget that Ooni of Ife, played a key role in supporting her with cash, with support, with moral support, with so many things, that the Ooni of Ife, through his own effort and his friends, they all supported with so many goodies. And at the end of the day, that show was supposed to take place on the 18th, and but like things later turned out, you guys are already aware that unfortunately that stampede happened. And when that stampede happened, eventually it led to, our dear Queen Naomi being detained in the custody. Okay, unfortunately, and rumors started making the rounds all over the place that this was going to make the two of them get separated, because that was the plans of the evil people who plotted that situation in the first place. And so the rumors were just all over the place. But last, when it was still the Ooni of Ife that, from what we are gathering, who, codedly intervened in the matter, because he had to eventually come out public to show support for Queen Naomi for the first time. And since that time, he made that public support. Like today, the next day, that bail appeal happened, and Queen Naomi was granted that bail appeal. And I also believe, very well that as the trial continues, that at the end of the day, just like our dear KBC said, Queen Naomi will be vindicated at last. Okay? So now, like I said, their love story is far from from a fairy tale, So as the Ooni of Ife reportedly prepares to take a seventh wife, a move rooted in royal tradition. We have always said it that sometimes some of this royal obligation is the reason why there's this clash. Okay, so now the rumor is out there that Ooni of Ife is planning to take his seventh wife. We are not sure if it's just the seventh, or it may even, get to the eighth or ninth or tenth. We don't know, but at least there's a rumor that a seventh wife, a move, for the seventh wife is ongoing. Okay, but the question arises: can this love for Queen Naomi withstand the demands of his role as a custodian of the Yoruba customs? The palace remains a complex ecosystem where traditions often trumps personal desires. And the Union of Ife's commitment to upholding these customs, could once again test the strength of their bond. It has always been like this. The dramatic twist in Queen Naomi's life, from her public separation to the recent Ibadan stampede and her rumored pregnancy, have painted her, as both a figure of strength, and vulnerability. Okay? For our dear Kabiyesi, she remains a queen who captured his heart against all odds. Yes, this has always been the case anyway. So their love, challenged by cultural expectations, and personal tribulations, continues to captivate the public, leaving many wondering if their story will finally have a happy ending. I'm telling you, because every day I ask myself this thing: where is this whole thing going to end up, honestly? And I'm really praying that whatever it is, that it ends in a it should have a very, very happy ending at the end of the day. So, will the power of love, triumph over tradition at last? I'm asking, and I'm asking every one of us that is listening to this story: will the power of love triumph over tradition at last? Or will your needs, obligations, as a king, overshadow his personal desires? I really want to know. So, as their saga unfolds, the world watches with bated breath, eager for the next chapter in this riveting tale of love, conflict, and resilience. Yes, so you heard me well. I've always said it that, look, this story, or this Queen Naomi and Ooni of Ife's love conundrum, is one story that will continue to, live with us, whether we like it or not. Because just when you think that the thing has reached one full circle, a fresh, circle unfolds. Different layers are unfolding every day. Just when you think you have seen to the end of one layer of this narrative, a fresh one emerges. For instance, who would have thought that there was a pregnancy somewhere? But from nowhere, that rumor came a day or two before the bill hearing, and today we are still here talking about pregnancy. Is Queen Naomi really pregnant or not? No one has come out to say she's pregnant. She herself has not come out to say she's pregnant or not. But I mean, so as the days and weeks and months goes by, we'll continue to be having different layers upon layers of this narrative, especially as it concerns the love conundrum between our dear Queen Naomi and our dear Kabiese himself, the Ooni of Ife. So this is the story that came out at this time, and I thought it wise to bring it to you. So the question is, will this their love conundrum ever come to an end? And if it will come to an end, will it end in a good way? These are the questions that are out there. So what do you feel? What do you think about the story? Okay, let me use the opportunity to say that we've got a lot of respect for Adia Kabisi. It is within his exclusive power, to have as many wives as he wishes, especially as the custodians of the Yorubas. Okay, so whatever the custom demands of him as the spiritual father of the Yorubas, he's obliged to do that. So if he's going to get the seventh wife or eighth wife or ninth wife or as many as he wants, and if that's what the custom and the tradition, request of him, so be it. Okay, so that is it. So, but where will all that also leave our dear Queen Naomi? I think time will also tell. Okay. So one thing is sure though, this story between these two people is just beginning. I promise you this. Okay. So this is where we're going to leave it. But don't forget, like we always say, this story, is still within the realm of speculation, within the realm of permutations, rumors, and must not be taken as 100% fact. Okay? I'm going to be back soon. God bless you. Bye bye.